and welcome back to
the Zak
and Buzz Review. Okay, so for this video we're taking a stroll down memory lane to a review I did all the way back when in the past.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Let's check it out. I'm Zak, and today we're going to be looking at my entire Blu-ray collection. Alright, so here we go. Unknown. Taken, the extended harder cut. Taken 2, the extended harder cut. Taken 3, the extended harder cut. Non-stop, Bullet to the Head, The Last Stand, The Expendables Director's Cut, The Expendables 2, The Expendables 3, The Raid 2, Skyscraper, The Take, The Condemned, XXX, Escape Plan, Johnny English Reborn, Johnny English Strikes Again, The Bourne Legacy, Jason Bourne, Kingsman, The Secret Service, Kingsman, The Golden Circle, Jack Reacher Never Go Back, Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible Fallout, Anna, Duel, Commando, The Director's Cut, The Long Kiss Goodnight, Machete, one of my first Blu-rays, Machete Kills, Rambo Last Blood, John Wick Chapter 2, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Atomic Blonde, Red 2, A Good Day to Die Hard, The Commuter, The Hateful Eight, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, Itchy, Blind Fury, the remake/prequel of The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, Conan the Barbarian, absolutely amazing film, An American Werewolf in London, The Rocketeer, Incredibles 2, Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, The Personal History of David Copperfield, This Means War, Burke and Hare, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Hunt for the Wilder People, The Land of the Lost, Swallows and Amazons, The Call of the Wild, Up, Beauty and the Beast, The Invisible Woman, American Pie The Reunion, Slaughterhouse Rules, The Quartet, Doolittle, Maleficent Mistress of Evil, Dumbo, Pan, funnily enough this was actually the first film I ever worked on, so I signed it, Rocket Man, Scream 4, You're Next, Puppet Master The Littlest Reich, Puppet Master Axis Termination, Puppet Master 5, Puppet Master 4, The Girl with All the Gifts, a really underrated zombie film, and funnily enough, I worked on this as well. Dead Snow 2, Red vs. Dead, Dead Snow, Overlord, World War Z, Zombievers, Pride, Prejudice and Zombies, the remake of Day of the Dead, O Zombie, The Axis of Evil, Cockneys vs. Zombies, The Dead Don't Die, Resident Evil Damnation, Resident Evil Degeneration, Resident Evil The Final Chapter, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil, Priest, The Lost Boys, Let Me In, Let the Right One In, Underworld Blood Wars, Underworld Awakening, Underworld Rise of the Lycans, Underworld Evolution, Underworld Special Extended Edition, Beowulf, The Director's Cut, very good Christmas movie, Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale, Krampus, Drag Me to Hell, Burial Ground, otherwise known as Zombie 3, Zombie Holocaust, otherwise known as Zombie 3, Pet Sematary, It, Chapter 2, It, Chapter 1, Stephen King's It, John Carpenter's The Fog, Halloween 2018, the original John Carpenter's Halloween, Hellraiser, The Babadook, Black Sheep, the Ultimate Bourne Collection, which includes The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, and The Bourne Ultimatum, Hellboy, Chronicle Extended Edition, Guardians, Glass, Split, Kick-Ass 2, Kick-Ass, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, 300 Rise of an Empire, 300, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, King Arthur Legend of the Sword, The Iron Mask, The Legend of Tarzan, Solomon Kane, Ironclad, Season of the Witch, Robin Hood The Director's Cut, The Kid Who Would Be King, Barbarossa Siege Lord, The Great Wall, Dracula Untold, Attack of the Werewolves, Mission Impossible 4 movie set, including Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible 2, Mission Impossible 3, and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. The Lethal Weapon Collection featuring Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon 2, Lethal Weapon 3, and Lethal Weapon 4. Everest, Black Sea, In the Heart of the Sea, Knives Out, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Inferno, Iron Sky, The Coming Race, Iron Sky, War for the Planet of the Apes, Attack on Titan 2, Swamp Shark, The Shallows, Victor Frankenstein, The Mummy, 1917, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Lockout, Elysium, The 25th Reich, Independence Day Resurgence, Oblivion, Chappie, The Road, The Book of Eli, Akira, Back to the Future Trilogy featuring Back to the Future Part 2 and Back to the Future Part 3. Split Second, Assassin's Creed, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, Life, The Man with the Iron Fists 2 Uncut Version, The Man with the Iron Fists, Ad Astra, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, Snowpiercer, The Lost World, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Grizzly, Monster Hunter, Crawl, Jiu-Jitsu, Kill Command, Threads Remastered, Upgrade, Star Trek Beyond, Star Trek Into Darkness, Star Trek 3-disc digital copy special edition, Star Trek Stardate Collection, 10 original movies and additional content. Star Trek The Next Generation The Full Journey 41 disc set, The Mummy's Shroud Special Edition, Dracula, Ready Player One, Tomb Raider, The Meg, Rampage, Terminator Genesis, Riddick The Extended Cut, The World's End, Darkstar, Westworld, Battlestar Galactica Blood and Chrome Extended Edition, Battlestar Galactica, Forbidden Planet, Logan's Run, Dark City The Director's Cut, The Land Unknown, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Okay, now we're going to move on to my pH indicator Blu-rays. The Snorkel, The Damned, The Terror of the Tongs, The Stranglers of Bombay, Yesterday's Enemy, The Camp on Blood Island, Cash on Demand, John Carpenter's Vampires, It Came from Beneath the Sea, First Men in the Moon, Mysterious Island, The Three Worlds of Gulliver, The Fu Manchu Cycle featuring The Face of Fu Manchu, The Brides of Fu Manchu, The Vengeance of Fu Manchu, The Blood of Fu Manchu, and The Castle of Fu Manchu. Hammer Volume 5 Death and Deceit featuring Visa to Canton, The Pirates of Blood River, The Scarlet Blade, and The Brigand of Kandahar. The Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll, The Revenge of Frankenstein, The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, The Gorgon, 20 Million Miles to Earth, and the Sinbad trilogy featuring The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, and the Eye of the Tiger. Okay, so now we're going to move on to my Sony Picture Classics collection, which I kindly acquired from Jack. We have On the Waterfront Special Edition, Bram Stoker's Dracula Special Edition, Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb Special Edition, Close Encounters of the Third Kind 2-disc Special Edition, The Guns of Navarone 50th Anniversary Edition, Das Boot 2-disc Director's Cut, Midnight Express Special Edition, Easy Rider Special Edition, Gandhi 2-disc Special Edition, The Bridge on the River Kwai Collector's Edition, and Taxi Driver 35th Anniversary Edition. Now we're going to move on to James Bond films. Spectre, Skyfall, Quantum of Solace, Casino Royale, Die Another Day, The World Is Not Enough, GoldenEye, License to Kill, The Living Daylights, A View to a Kill, Octopussy, For Your Eyes Only, Moonraker, The Spy Who Loved Me, The Man with the Golden Gun, Live and Let Die, Diamonds Are Forever, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, You Only Live Twice, Thunderball, Goldfinger, From Russia with Love, and Dr. No. And now we're going to move on to Star Wars. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars The Last Jedi, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Solo, A Star Wars Story, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and Star Wars The Complete Saga featuring Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 5 The Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi. Next we have Terminator The Sarah Connor Chronicles The Complete Season 1 and 2, Torchwood, Miracle Day, The Sarah Jane Adventures The 5th Series, The Sarah Jane Adventures The Complete 4th Series, which also includes Doctor Who The Pyramids of Mars Episodes 1 to 4 on Blu-ray, which is really cool, Penny Dreadful, the complete second series, Penny Dreadful, the complete first series, Red Dwarf Season 12, Red Dwarf Season 11, Rocky, the Heavyweight Collection featuring Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and Rocky Balboa, Mortal Kombat, Bruce Lee, the Master Collection featuring The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, The Way of the Dragon, Game of Death and Enter the Dragon, which is absolutely amazing. Now we're on to some DC animated movies. The Lego Batman movie, Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders, DC Comics premiere movie Batman 5 Blu-ray animated collection, wow what a title, and that features Mystery of the Batwoman, Batman Bad Blood, Under the Red Hood, Gotham Knight and Year One. Wonder Woman Bloodlines, Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, Teen Titans The Judas Contract, Justice League Dark, Justice League vs Teen Titans, Son of Batman, Justice League Throne of Atlantis, Justice League War, Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox, Batman The Killing Joke, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 1, and Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 2. And now onto the DC EU films, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, Shazam, Aquaman, Justice League, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad Extended Cut, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice The Ultimate Edition, Man of Steel, and now onto some other DC films, V for Vendetta, Watchmen The Ultimate Cut, The Dark Knight Rises, The Dark Knight 2-disc Special Edition, Batman Begins, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, Batman Returns, Batman, and Superman the 5-film collection featuring Superman the Movie, Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman 4 The Quest for Peace, and Superman Returns. And now we're on to the Marvel movies. The New Mutants, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Venom, Deadpool 2 The Super Duper Cut, Logan, X-Men Apocalypse, Deadpool, Ant-Man, Avengers Age of Ultron, Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men Days of Future Past The Rogue Cut, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Captain America The Winter Soldier, Thor The Dark World, Iron Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers Assemble, Captain America The First Avenger, Thor, Iron Man 2, one of my first Blu-rays, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man Ultimate 2-disc Edition, Spider-Man 3, X-Men and the Wolverine Adamantium Collection, and that features X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men The Last Stand, X-Men Origins Wolverine, X-Men First Class, and The Wolverine. Unleashed Extended Edition, I believe? Need to watch that. Okay, so next up we have Pacific Rim Uprising, Pacific Rim, Mortal Engines, Blade Runner 2049, Blade Runner The Final Cut, Avatar featuring all 3 cuts of the film, Mad Max Anthology featuring Mad Max, Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior, Mad Max 3 Beyond Thunderdome, and Mad Max Fury Road. Total Recall, Alien Anthology, and that features Alien, Aliens, Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. Now this box set is really good because it features multiple cuts of each film, which is fantastic. Alien Covenant, Prometheus, Predators, Alien vs Predator 2 Requiem, Alien vs Predator, Predator 2, The Hobbit Trilogy and The Lord of the Rings Trilogy, 6-film extended editions 30-disc set. Super chunky, very nice, fantastic box set. Godzilla 1984, otherwise known as The Return of Godzilla, Godzilla vs the Smog Monster, otherwise known as Godzilla vs Hedorah, King Kong vs Godzilla, King Kong Escapes, Shin Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, which is a limited edition, and it comes with a free version of Godzilla 2014. The Gamera Trilogy, now this features Gamera Guardian of the Universe, Gamera 2 Attack of Legion, and Gamera 3 The Revenge of Iris. Mothra, the limited edition Blu-ray box set, King Kong the Ultimate Edition, Tremors the Complete Collection featuring Tremors, Tremors 2 Aftershocks, Tremors 3 Back to Perfection, Tremors 4 The Legend Begins, Tremors 5 Bloodlines, and Tremors A Cold Day in Hell. And of course, Tremors Shrieker Island. And now on to my HMV Premium Collection Blu-ray collection, The Satanic Rites of Dracula, Dracula AD, Clash of the Titans, Valley of Gwangi, The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, Jason and the Argonauts, King Kong, Them, Soylent Green, The Time Machine, Outland, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, and Wolfen. Now onto my Arrow Video Blu-ray collection. First up, Phantasm, the complete collection featuring Phantasm, Phantasm 2, Phantasm 3 Lord of the Dead, Phantasm 4, Oblivion, and Phantasm 5, Ravager. City of the Living Dead, The Burning, The Hound of the Baskervilles, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Big Trouble in Little China, Zombie Flesh Eaters, The Daimajin Trilogy featuring Daimajin, The Return of Daimajin, and The Wrath of Daimajin. Gamera the Showa Era featuring Gamera the Giant Monster, Gamera vs. Barugan, Gamera vs. Gauss, Gamera vs. Virus, Gamera vs. Guiron, Gamera vs. Jiger, Gamera vs. Zigra, and Gamera Super Monster. And Gamera the Heisei Era featuring Gamera Guardian of the Universe, Gamera 2 Attack of Legion, Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris, and Gamera the Brave. And now we're onto the Steelbooks. First up we have Doctor Who Shada, Doctor Who Fury from the Deep, Doctor Who The Web of Fear Special Edition, Doctor Who The Evil of the Daleks, Doctor Who The Faceless Ones, Doctor Who The Macra Terror, Doctor Who The Power of the Daleks, Doctor Who Galaxy 4, Batman and Harley Quinn, Resident Evil Retribution, The Wolfman Extended Director's Cut, Zatoichi the Blind Swordsman, and Shogun Assassin Limited Edition. Right, so now onto my 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray collection, which I must say has been significantly increased since my last update video on it. So let's go. First up we have the Stanley Kubrick Limited Edition Film Collection. 2 films on this are 4K, the others are just the Blu-ray. So this features Lolita, 2001 A Space Odyssey, which is the 4K, A Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, The Shining, which is also on 4K, Full Metal Jacket, Eyes Wide Shut, and a documentary called Stanley Kubrick, A Life in the Pictures. Next up we have Dawn of the Dead Limited Edition 4K set, which includes all the different cuts of the film, and there's even a novel in here. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, Ghostbusters Afterlife, The Northman, Halloween Kills Extended Cut, Nobody, The King's Man, Free Guy, Terminator Dark Fate, Alita Battle Angel, The Predator, Predator, Alien 40th Anniversary Edition, An American Werewolf in London, which is funnily enough another Arrow release, Matrix Resurrections, Dune, The Batman, The Suicide Squad, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition, Joker, Godzilla vs Kong, funnily enough my first 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, Godzilla King of the Monsters, John Wick, Blade Runner The Final Cut, Escape from LA Collector's Edition, Escape from New York, They Live, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Terminator 2 Judgment Day Steelbook Edition. And now we're on to my MCU 4Ks. We have the PS5 4K Movie Essentials 3-movie Spider-Man collection, featuring Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Spider-Man Far From Home. Marvel Studios Cinematic Universe Phase 3 Part 1, which features Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming Again, and Thor Ragnarok. Next we have Marvel Studios Cinematic Universe Phase 3 Part 2, which features Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home Again. And now we're on to Phase 4 of Marvel. Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Venom Let There Be Carnage Steelbook Edition, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home Steelbook Edition, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And now we're going to move on to my other Doctor Who Blu-rays. Doctor Who Spearhead from Space, starring John Pertwee as the Third Doctor. Doctor Who The Complete Specials, featuring The Next Doctor, Planet of the Dead, The Waters of Mars, and The End of Time Parts 1 and 2. Doctor Who The Complete 5th Series, starring the 11th Doctor. Doctor Who The Complete 6th Series, starring the 11th Doctor. Doctor Who The Complete 7th Series, starring the 11th Doctor. Doctor Who The Day of the Doctor 50th Anniversary Special, which also features Night of the Doctor with Paul McGann. Doctor Who The Time of the Doctor. Doctor Who The Complete 8th Series, starring the 12th Doctor. Doctor Who The Complete 9th Series, starring the 12th Doctor. Doctor Who The Complete Series 10, starring the 12th Doctor. Doctor Who Twice Upon a Time, starring the 12th Doctor. And now we're going to move on to my Doctor Who The Collection Limited Edition box sets. Doctor Who Season 26, starring the 7th Doctor. Doctor Who Season 24, starring the 7th Doctor. Doctor Who Season 23 starring the 6th Doctor, and I must thank Jack for picking this one up for me. The most recent one they've brought out, Doctor Who Season 22 starring the 6th Doctor, Doctor Who Season 19 starring the 5th Doctor, Doctor Who Season 18 starring the 4th Doctor, Doctor Who Season 17 starring the 4th Doctor, Doctor Who Season 14 starring the 4th Doctor, gotta love Talons of Weng-Chiang, Doctor Who Season 12 starring the 4th Doctor, Doctor Who Season 10 starring the 3rd Doctor, and finally, Doctor Who Season 8 starring the 3rd Doctor. Okay, so we're now on to the final part of this collection video, and we're going to be looking at my Criterion Collection Blu-rays. First up, we have the Lone Wolf and Cub collection, which includes Lone Wolf and Cub The Sword of Vengeance, Lone Wolf and Cub Baby Cut at the River Styx, Lone Wolf and Cub Baby Cut to Hades, Lone Wolf and Cub Baby Cut in Peril, Lone Wolf and Cub Baby Cut in the Land of Demons, Lone Wolf and Cub White Heaven in Hell, and Shogun Assassin. So very good box set, this one. Next we have Zatoichi The Blind Swordsman 25 film collection. So this box set includes The Tale of Zatoichi, The Tale of Zatoichi Continues, The New Tale of Zatoichi, Zatoichi the Fugitive, Zatoichi on the Road, Zatoichi and the Chest of Gold, Zatoichi's Flashing Sword, Fight Zatoichi Fight, Adventures of Zatoichi, Zatoichi's Revenge, Zatoichi and the Doomed Man, Zatoichi and the Chess Expert, Zatoichi's Vengeance, Zatoichi's Pilgrimage, Zatoichi's Cane Sword, Zatoichi the Outlaw, Zatoichi Challenged, Zatoichi and the Fugitives, Samaritan Zatoichi, Zatoichi meets Yojimbo, Zatoichi goes to the Fire Festival, Zatoichi meets the One-Armed Swordsman, Zatoichi at Large, Zatoichi in Desperation, and Zatoichi's Conspiracy. That's quite a long one. I did have to look that up. Very chunky box set. I have seen the first one, and that was really good, so I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of them. And finally, Godzilla, the Showa Era collection. And this kaiju-sized box set contains 15 kaiju classics. Godzilla 1954, Godzilla Raids Again, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Mothra vs. Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of Astro Monster, Ibra Horror of the Deep, Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters Attack, otherwise known as Godzilla's Revenge, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Terror of Mechagodzilla. And this is a fantastic box set for any Godzilla fan, and I'm certainly one of those, so I'm absolutely chuffed with this box set. And so that's it. That's my entire, for now, Blu-ray collection. I'm glad you could join me on this journey. It's been a fantastic ride. I've discovered some films I forgot I even had, so that's really cool. Now, I did go through those quite quickly. If you'd like me to do a further video on any of the things you've seen in this video, then I will happily do so. Just drop a comment below.
Well, that was really interesting. I enjoyed that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further reviews you'd like to see.